Good morning. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your day.
2 people are dead after a house exploded southeast of Fort Pierre Wednesday morning. Authorities aren't releasing much information on the 2 people who died, only that one of the victims was an adult. 2 children and an adult man are hospitalized. KELOLAND's Bob Mercer was on the scene. He says the house was flattened and the explosion sent debris in all directions.
Some children's playground equipment was left standing. Stanley County officials say the State Fire Marshal's Office and South Dakota DCI are investigating the cause of the explosion. This is a developing story. Stay with KELOLAND News on air and online for updates as they become available. A Sioux Falls woman could face up to life in prison after pleading guilty to first-degree manslaughter and first-degree arson. In court yesterday, 35-year-old Jerry Jensen admitted to starting a deadly fire at an apartment building on North Grange Avenue last summer.
53-year-old Sharice Admire was the victim. In exchange for her guilty plea, a first-degree murder charge was dropped. Jensen's sentencing is scheduled for June 20th. A 31-year-old Yankton man is being held on a $500,000 cash-only bond after being arrested for murder. Adrian Lund is charged in the stabbing death of his girlfriend, Timber Rose Cornoyer. According to court papers, the victim was stabbed in the chest late Monday night.
She also had a cut to her arm that police say looked like a defense wound. Court documents say Cornoyer knocked on a neighbor's door before collapsing in the hallway and yelled Adrian. When the neighbor opened the door, she said, quote, "He stabbed me," end quote. If you'd like to read the court papers for yourself, we've included them under this story right here on our website. A man accused of killing a Dakota Dunes woman in late April will be coming back to South Dakota to face charges. 38-year-old Alfredo Castellanos Rosales appeared in Texas courtroom yesterday for an extradition hearing.
He's been charged with first and second-degree murder in the death of Jordan Beardshear last month. The 2 shared a child and had a romantic relationship. Union County's sheriff plans to hire the U.S. Marshals to transport Castellanos Rosales from Texas back to South Dakota. A Pierre man was arrested accused of breaking into a business last weekend. A captain with Pierre Police says it happened around 4:30 Saturday morning at a business in the 800 block of Wells Avenue. Officers noticed a broken window when they arrived on scene. Authorities say officers were able to identify the suspect from surveillance video at the store.
Police say the suspect cut himself reaching inside to steal alcohol and left a blood trail. Officers followed it to a parking lot where they found 22-year-old Darian Lay. He is facing a list of charges, including burglary and intentional damage to property.
Now let's get a check of our weather with meteorologist Scott Munt. Staying on the warm side today, Scott.
Temperatures will be above average. Many of us in the 80s for afternoon highs. We'll continue to watch for an isolated chance of a shower, maybe even a thunder shower this morning in southeastern KELOLAND. Temperatures today, high of 81 in Sioux Falls, 85 in Pierre and Aberdeen, 77 in Rapid City. 70s and 80s will hold straight through the holiday weekend. Better chances for rain will continue across western South Dakota during that time. More details on your forecast with Brian coming up.
Thank you, Scott. In the aftermath of human interaction that officials said led to a bison calf's death in Yellowstone, a South Dakota bison expert has some advice for wildlife interaction.
Intervention by humans, especially untrained, are particularly dangerous for not just the animal, but also the human.
Bison and other wildlife are not tame enough, even though they appear calm when we see them. Digital reporter Ray Yost has more from Martin about respecting wildlife in a KELOLAND.com original story right here on our website. Ellsworth Air Force Base provided an update on their B-21 Raider mission Wednesday.
Accompanied by Senator Mike Rounds and the Assistant Secretary, the discussion on how the new division will impact the Douglas School District was at the top of the list.
We've got administrators here that can put together a team of people that will find the teachers necessary. And look, as a state, it's one of those challenges we're all going to have. We can't simply look at that and say we don't know what we're going to do. We have to look at it and say we're going to make it work. And part of it, though, is you have to have the facilities. You've got to have the infrastructure. We know we've got an influx of kids coming into Rapid City, into the Douglas School District in particular. So what we want to do is make sure that the schools are ready, and then we'll get the teachers for those kids as well.
Ellsworth is looking to improve on facilities in the Douglas School District in preparation for the new division. A giant mural is now on display near the Levitt Falls in downtown Sioux Falls.
The mural shows a woman singing, an image the artist says fits well with the musical events held nearby. People in the neighborhood agree.
I like that it's, talking about music. It helps, with the Levitt and stuff. It's a great backdrop for, the programming that goes on there, with the music and stuff like that. So bringing, visual art and musical art together, I think is great.
Sue Steele paid for all the materials to create the mural. The artist used 35 gallons of paint on the project. That's a look at some of our top stories.
Now let's get one last look at your weather with meteorologist Brian Karstens. Brian?
All right, weather today, watching these passing clouds here and there, and then the opportunity for a couple of renegade showers and thunder showers in the southeast today. We've started that trend already, and we'll see how much more of that we'll see this afternoon. We're not going to say the rain chance is 0, but it's just pretty limited. So if you catch one of those afternoon thunder showers, I would certainly take that opportunity, because most of the days coming up are still above normal on daytime highs, and we're not really reaching any sustainable rain chances East River for quite a while. Now, western Ketherland tonight might fire up some thunderstorms, more so on the Wyoming side of the border. It's been teasing us the last few nights like that, and the cycle continues tomorrow night. Again, we'll see how many of these develop here in Rapid City. It looks like it's a little better chance, but it's been just so slow to develop. The pattern is very much stagnant. It's about the same thing every day. Southeast winds, temperatures in the 80s during the day. Here's another perspective. You can see that boundary from several days ago is still up here in Montana, isn't it? And you can really thank that big ridge of high pressure over Michigan, parts of Wisconsin into Illinois. It's feeding a fetch of dry Canadian air, and it really sets the pattern here for the start of the weekend. So really the only area of Ketherland that gets that moisture is basically Pierre to Rapid City, and there will be some flare-ups on radar. We'll see how fast this breaks down. By no means is it a guarantee it's going to rain by Memorial Day or the day after. There are some hints of that on Futurecast, but I'd like to let that sit and see if we can collect some more data to support that thinking as early as maybe Monday or Tuesday, East River. But I would, at this point, kind of tend to keep the 7-day mainly dry in Sioux Falls for right now. And then as we get into next week, obviously the need of some rain grows. We should average about an inch of rain a week in the Sioux Falls area. When you look at May and June, that's a ballpark average. So a dry 7-day, it gets our attention. That's definitely a deficit that adds to what's been going on the last 30 days. Now, the high today is 82 in Mitchell, 81 in Chamberlain. Maybe that thunderstorm chance in Rapid City. The 7 days as we recap all of these. Again, for Sioux Falls, we'll keep that rain chance below 20% for now on Tuesday and Wednesday. And I want to see that just keep up, and if we can add it in, we'll do so, but we're not doing that yet. Aberdeen, it is a little better here that we could angle some of that rain chance there by day 6 or day 7, but even there, I'm still kind of low-keyed on widespread rain. Pierre, a little more rain or a chance of shower and thunderstorm development as that plume of moisture comes up out of Kansas, and there'll be some opportunities for that area. And also the Black Hills should start getting more frequent chances of showers and thunderstorms. Highs between 75 and 80. Check out the complete forecast update online at Ketherland.com.